I hate when my stuff be up too high. I hate when my stuff be up too low. Okay? Period. Yes, see. So shout out to that. Hey y'all. Hey now. Hey now. Hey, superstars. It's your girl, Shay Renee, and I want to welcome y'all back to my channel. Period. And back to a new video. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how I give it up. I don't know what that is. You see? Yeah, I said, I don't know what that is. Child, it's something I felt like. So shout out to the. I said it's just something I felt like. I just felt like it. Now listen. Oh my God. Child. DDG. DDG. YouTube's on, okay? DDG. I said, ooh, y'all better quit playing with DDG. First, it was Duke Dennis. Now it's his baby mama, Holly. He says, you see, I got something for you, okay? Yeah, you just wait right there. You see? Wait right there. I'm coming for you. And listen, y'all, the reason why I say it was... First of all, somebody at Streamer University is mad at Duke Dennis, okay? Somebody over there, you see? Somebody over there is mad at Duke Dennis. It just is what it is. Y'all get it here. Hit the like button. We talking about it today, you see? I said, ooh, I eat. Not these people fine shit. Not Duke Dennis is another Anthony Edwards. Yes, child. That's what they say. Listen, that's what they say. Word on a curve. Wow. Ooh, y'all is crazy. Y'all was crushing over that boy. You see? Y'all was crushing over that boy. And he allegedly turned out not to be shit. Okay? So, ooh, I said somebody at Streamer University is mad at Duke. Yes, they mad at Duke. Because, listen, right after. Yes, I said listen, they ain't even been at home good. They couldn't even sit down on their couch good, right? Before the rumors started twirling and swirling about, yes, Miss Pressing Girl, it just is what it is. And Duke, ooh, child. Listen, when I say Duke tried to stand his ground against those rumors, child, he tried. You see, what he did was he tried. He got up there. Baby Duke got up there and he tried. You know, he was like, I don't share my business with y'all. Y'all, you know, I'm going to tell y'all, mind y'all business. Boy, please, okay? Yes, the internet then dragged that man. You see, dragged his business. Now it's all over online and got him scraping and scrambling. First, it was you don't share your business. Now it's, you see, up there sounding like Bill Clinton. Boy, bye. I said, boy, bye. And that's what y'all get, though. You see, that's what y'all get for acting so thirsty, okay? Because I just didn't see it. You see, your girl Shay Renee, I said I just didn't see it, girls, okay? I didn't see what y'all saw in Duke Dennis. So let me just get that out there, okay? Period. It's out there. I let it out my mouth. And I can't take that back. So anyway, like I said, word on the curb is DDG has his baby mother, Halle Bailey, in the hot seat. I said, ooh, But you know, Ray Charles saw this coming. Like, child, y'all know this is not one of my favorite topics. It just is what it is. It's not, okay? It's not one of my favorite things to talk about. It's not actually, you know, actually I told y'all I lost my notes, which is actual and factual. I still don't know where my notes went to. And for that, I'm annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. I put a lot into my craft. Okay, so shout out to that. Mm, mm. And like it just be hard. I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain it. But like, it is what it is. I got some with me now. Uh, will they compare to yesterday's? You see, because like when I'm feeling something in the moment, like when I'm feeling it in the moment, for real, it's like, yeah, that's that old school note taking I used to do. I don't even really do the in the moment notes like I used to, but when I'm feeling it in the moment, it's the best time to, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, you gotta strike it while it's hot. But anyway, so today ain't my favorite topic anyway. It's just we talking about families being torn apart, you see, and it's sad. I'm not really, it's not my favorite thing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And when I was thinking about that, I was like, well, what is my favorite thing to talk about? I really don't know either. Mm. So shout out to that. I mean, I really don't know. I'm gonna have to get back with y'all on that, okay? But like, yeah, all that boyfriend and girlfriend bickering and fighting, you see, like it just is what it is. Cause y'all know what I'ma say. Nobody wins when the family feuds. And that's how I really feel about it. Like, is it really? You know what I'm saying? For real. Is it? Is it really? You see? A win. Okay, because like even speaking of on Anthony Edwards and his situation with the baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? The one baby mama right now that's fighting him, the one little baby got a son with as well. Like they situation, is anybody gonna really win in that for real? With this man acting like he don't want to be involved with the baby, he don't even want to see the baby. That is crazy to me. Mm. You know, per the foolishness that they bring it to the internet. Yeah, meanwhile, back at the ranch, they bring that out to the internet, okay? So it is what it is. And here we are, okay? I said, here we are. It's time to talk that talk, like Rihanna said. So anyway, before we get into, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? And if you haven't already, subscribe, okay? Because we have a funky good time here. Yeah, a shout out to that. This is where news and opinion link, okay, Miss Preston Girl? So yes, sit down, grab what you need, get ready, all right? Get ready. I said get ready. Because we talking some word on the curb right now. Y'all ready? Let's go. Um, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Before we get into DDG and Halle, which is a highly, yeah, shout out to that, sad situation. We're going to talk about another sad situation, child, which is Cardi B being embarrassed by her man. Mm. It just is what it is. Cardi B has come out. She spoke a little more about the situation. I said, "Oh, Miss Preston Curl, they had you. Yeah, they had you. Right where they wanted you. Mm. It just is what it is." Cardi B was absolutely getting, she was getting dragged. You know what I'm saying, by the internet. It just is what it is. She was getting taken for a ride, you see, because like it is what it is. Her boyfriend and her son had the same hairstyle. Offset got mad about it, and the internet got mad. You know, it is what it is. They got mad too. You know what I'm saying? It was like, Cardi, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Now you're just doing too much. Like, don't involve the baby. You know, it's giving scandalous. You know, that's what the internet was saying, right? So Cardi B just came out and she spoke a little bit more about the situation. To me, if you ask me to soften things, yeah. Yeah, shout out to that. She wanted to soften things and get the internet back on her side. Okay? Period. That's just what I think about it. Y'all know y'all rocking with me today, okay? I'm giving my opinion. And basically, in the words of Jada Waiter, okay? Offset had begun to start fucking up the brand. Yeah. Miss Preston Girl had to go. You see? Yes. Let's talk about it, okay? Because Cardi B done put us out in the business, out in the Kool-Aid. Now, first of all, Pastor Jamal Bryant, he didn't ask Cardi B if she would consider boycotting Target with everybody else. I said, oh Lord, Pastor, right message, but you just might be the wrong messenger. You see, yeah, yeah. Shout out to that. Cause I'm like, aren't you Christian Rock's bestie? Like, You see, I'ma need you to read the room, okay? Yeah. Leave Cardi B alone. I'm gonna need you to read the room. Okay? You reaching out to Cardi B and you Chris Sean's best friend. You see. I just don't see that's how that's gonna work. Knowing that Krishan was allegedly one of these women that Offset was off having marital affairs with. I said, boy, go ahead on. Please go ahead on, Pastor. Go fast. Go run along. Read some scripture. Focus on that. I said, first it was Cam Newton's legs, you see, and now you worried about Cardi being boycotted. I said, damn it. I told y'all, you see, I just told y'all, like, I knew things was getting weird. Okay. Yeah, it just is what it is. Shout out to that. I knew things was getting weird. They been weird. Everybody switching lanes. All right. They don't know what they want to talk about. Nobody knows which route they want to go. Okay. It just is what it is. Like yeah. You can now get, yeah, you can now get Stephen A's opinion about Cardi B too. It's crazy. You see, like, everybody switching lanes, okay? But I'm gonna rest my case on that. But I told y'all, okay? Period. I told y'all, stick with me, all right? Because I know what I'm talking about. TV is in the dumps, all right? They somewhere trying. They scraping and scrambling. Yeah, no doubt. Like Didi said, they scraping and scrambling, trying to keep it and keep it together. But TV is really in the dumps. It's falling apart. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all stick with me over here, right? I said just right here on YouTube. So shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I am for now. But anyway, long story short, Offset is somewhere, chest hurt. Yeah, hurt, like Big Worm said. Because he was blindsided by Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think. Like, that's what I gather. You see, yeah, I said that. Ooh, baby, that's a little inside joke. I said that. He was blindsided by Cardi B. It is what it is. He was. For real. Now, one could assume that she was being vocal in the household. But y'all know what they say. Actions speaks, you see. It just is what it is. Actions gonna speak louder than words every time. Mm, mm. And people only really recognize and realize actions, you know. And I feel like they probably was going through a lot of drama, okay, before Cardi B decided to make her, like, before she, you know what I'm saying, pulled the switch, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. It just is what it is. Before she decided to pull the plug on everything, I'm sure it was nasty in that household, okay? Yes, because when a woman's fed up, mm-hmm, it really ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it. You see, and I don't think Offset understood. I don't think he understood how tired Cardi was. Okay, but I bet you he do right now. You see, I said I bet you he do right now. Um, yeah. Child, I could only imagine how it was. Cardi B was probably walking around with an attitude all the time, and Offset didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't care because he was stepping out. You see, so that's probably how you know how they do it. You know how they do it. Like you full of it. You tripping. You ain't making me feel good. So yeah, let's run along. You see, that's probably what was going on before all of this fell down. You see, I said it began to fall down, okay, like Selena Johnson said. Um, but here we are. Cardi B basically said the ninja was flawed. I said, oh, wait, sis. You see, I wasn't ready. Okay, I was not ready. She was basically saying, so she had to dead that. Period. She just had to dead that. I said, oh my God, this man was blindsided. He did not see it coming. Cardi B said she got tired of everybody else coming at her behind Offset. She said it ain't nothing else you girls can say. Period. It's nothing else that they could talk about. But Offset. Hmm, hmm. And like when she said that, I just thought about like, like for real, like all the people that she be getting into it with, and they do. You know what I'm saying? They do. They gonna shoot some type of something. You see, they gonna shoot some type of something up and through there about Offset. For real. Shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button though. Hit that like button, okay? I don't care what else is going on, what else is going on, what else is going on. You see, like I ain't asking for cash apps or nothing like that. Right now, it's free. Just ding 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 ding. So shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all also subscribe too if you haven't already, okay? Period. Now, yeah. Even Nicki Minaj. Even Nicki Minaj would hit Cardi B with some Offset shade before. You know what I'm saying? I believe like Nicki done posted something with Offset rapping her music, you know? Mm, shout out to that. Like he's a barb. Child, you didn't marry a barb. You see? I mean, they do. They all be having something to say. Even people like Akbar V. You see? So I understand what Cardi B saying a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, for real? Like, so if you wasn't in the public eye, would you would have kept your man? I mean, yeah, you see? Um, but now she said it was getting bad. You know what I'm saying? It was getting bad. She said the cheating was like, yeah, it was really starting to take its toll. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quite said the cheating, yeah, it was really starting to do a number on her. And she really felt like it was either she was gonna hurt Offset or she had just had to break away. You see, she just really had to break away. She had to break free. You see? And like when I listen to Cardi say it like that, like I said, I understand, but I don't. Cause it's like again, you know what I'm saying? It was almost like, to me, it sounds like public scrutiny, got the best of her. And she walked away from something that like she really almost didn't want to walk away from. I mean, come on, sis, you left pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You left pregnant. So it's like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. But at the same time, I do. The part of me that gets it is like the woman that's like, no, you see, like, no. Like, I didn't get married to share you. You know, it just is what it is. I'm not sharing my person. You see, you're supposed to be my person now. Period. You know? And then, too, Cardi B was saying, like, nah, she didn't want to come up with something, you know? Because Offset was running around with the girls. And, like, one thing I do remember putting in my notes yesterday was, like, he wasn't being selective like that, you know? Like, one minute you with a celebrity chick like me, the next minute you with an influencer, and then the next minute you just with Lil Kiki, shit, from the neighborhood. Just straight up out of ATL. You see, it's like he was embarrassing her. AKA fucking up the brand. You see, it just is what it is. Cardi B had eventually started being and feeling like Offset was an embarrassment to her, to their family. For real. Cause like they would like, it would make the blogs, but then it's just like just regular people knew. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just it was beginning to be like just like a well-known thing in ATL. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta. And then they wonder why. And then he wonder why Cardi never gave Atlanta a shot like that. You know what I'm saying? She never moved there. But then I take it a step further, like, how often was they together like that? So you mean to tell me Cardi, you had Offset? Living in New Jersey? How that work? You know what I'm saying? How that work? Because I don't see that working like that. Yeah. So then, like, how? Yeah, what? Child, I got so many questions. You see, now I got so many questions. Because, Cardi B making it seem like she was never in Atlanta. And I just get this vibe like Offset was always in Atlanta. But I could be wrong, though. Offset probably was in New Jersey a lot with his woman. You see, that's probably what that was. She probably, like sometimes people gotta make. Listen, if it's a hard decision, if it's a decision where I gotta just completely stand on business for myself, it's an OG Kyle. Mm, mm. Cardi B probably just made an OG Kyle. Like, period. This is where I'ma be at. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was up there with her. But again, still that's even a weird situation because they have the house in Atlanta. And like I said, I think Offset spent a lot of time in Atlanta. Which probably led him to spending a lot of time cheating. You see, that's another thing too. He spends a lot of time out the house too. Child, listen. I know I could never. You see, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to deal with no man like that. Okay, so shout out to that. But yes, according to Cardi B, fans started putting pressure on her to leave her man. You see, and Offset got left behind because people wouldn't quit. You know, he became an embarrassment. Okay, it just is what it is. He became a embarrassment. Aaron Kimberly. Hey, Aaron Kimberly. Shout out to you for jumping in my comments, okay? Make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to comment and subscribe, okay? You already did the comment thing, so shout out to you for that. Subscribe, okay? And like Craig said, like Ice Cube said on Friday, come back, okay? Shout out to that. Make sure you come back. So, yeah. I just feel like he didn't see it coming. You see, he just didn't see it coming. But he'll be okay. He just need a good comeback story too. You see, he gonna need a good comeback story too. Offset, I know you on the social media cleanse right now. He's somewhat trying to get it together because, like I said, he feel it in his chest. You know, and you know, just listen. I send my best, you know, my best thoughts, my best wishes, my prayers for both of them, you know, because this is a rough time that they dealing with. And like I said, nobody wins, okay? Nobody is going to win with this thing. Cardi B mentioned being in therapy. Baby, that's good. Let me tell you something, Pooh. That is good, okay? Use it. Please use it. And I ain't lying. Use it. Use the hell out of that. You see? Yeah. You know, because I just feel like she gonna need it. You know, she is going to need it. The thing is, in life, nothing can prepare you for things that you haven't been through. Like, nothing. For real. So, like, I was about to give Offset some advice that I feel like he should have taken, you know, and should have been gave a while back, honestly, because, like, he should have been saving. Mm-hmm. He been playing around, and then he didn't F around and found out. You see, it just is what it is. He should have been saving for this day, okay? And yeah, like Wilder said, to this day. Yeah, to this day. Yeah, he should have been, yeah. You see, he shouldn't have been nowhere making it rain on the hose, Miss Preston Curl, okay? He should have been getting his money right. He should have been getting his money right. So he ain't got to sit around and feel no type of way, okay? But yeah, you know, man, that's my boy. And I hate the internet going so hard on him, but it is what it is. I understand. You know, I understand why they coming down so hard on him. They, at the end of the day, they laughing. You know, they laughing at him. They feel like he fumbled Cardi. You know what I'm saying? He fumbled Cardi. Some people feel like you fumbled Cardi, you fumbled your bag. You know, it just is what it is. You fumbled your family, all of it. You know, and people think that's giggle worthy. I don't necessarily think it's nothing to laugh at. And one thing about me, I'm not gonna kick him while he down. You see, he just not one of them ones that I feel like deserve that, if that makes sense. I don't know why. Honestly, if you ask me, I think it's because now I don't know. Do I know y'all? Nah, I don't know everything. Y'all know I'm here, there, I'm everywhere to get the tea, but I don't absolutely know this to be actual and factual. But I feel like Offset and Cardi B like do things in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Meaning they go outside of their marriage. Both of them. Could I be wrong? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. With that being said, I don't know if he had some type of hall pass and all of that. You see, so I'm not gonna go into all of that. I'm not. It's just like when it comes to Offset, I don't get grimy, slimy, ugh. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the ick from him. It just is what it is. I don't. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is. So I feel like at the end of the day, he just need a good comeback story. Like, just please go get yourself together. Okay? Go get yourself together because now I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I feel even more bad for you because, like, this man, he really didn't see it coming. He was cocky, okay? He was cocky. And he really didn't see Cardi B leaving him, especially not the way she did. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Miss Presser Girl. You see, because what she did was she found a friend. Yeah, she did. She found her a little friend. Okay, she got real comfortable with him. Yes, baby. They got close, right? And then she was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I like it's almost like it's almost like swimming. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like swimming. Imagine Cardi B swimming. When she was with Offset, she felt like she was almost about to drown. You know what I'm saying? In danger, in a current, right? And then this dude came along. Here comes Stephon Diggs. And he just holding her. You know, he holding her up. Okay? Imagine him just holding her up, keeping her head above the water, and she talking, right? He listening to her talk. Yeah, shout out to that. And Chatty Patty got a lot to say. You see, because she just been through a lot. She was just going through a lot. Mm, mm. And these troubled waters over here, you see. And so now, Stephon Diggs, he done got her to a point where Cardi B like, I'm okay. I don't need you to hold me no more. You see, I got my head above the water. I'm ready. Okay? Yeah, I'm ready for whatever life gonna throw me now. And it just is what it is. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't put herself in, she didn't got herself to calmer waters, you know, using this little friend. And at the end of the day, I feel like I said, it just is what it is. He lose, you know? At the end of the day, yes, it is what it is. Yes, indeed, Miss Presser Girl, you lose. Because if you wanted her, you lost. I just hate to tell it. I just hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? But it's really looking like he lost one. Now, is Cardi gone for good? I'm starting to think so. After all of this, you see, they've been through a lot. It's piling up. You see, it's just piling up, and I feel like some stuff is you went too far. You know, you just went too far. You can never come back from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to believe like that's the situation with Cardi B and Offset. Okay, but prayers up to them. Like I said, Cardi B gonna be just fine. She gonna be just fine because, you know, um, people don't care. People don't care. Sometimes I know this is what I notice. Sometimes people don't care how you get yourself out of the situation. Yeah, you know, and like people gonna clap for that. You see, so like Cardi good to go. She just need to drop her music. She definitely need to drop it right around the time all of this drama is going on because she got a lot of people rooting for her. She got a lot of people listening and their attention and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So she Cardi needs to be on go. Period. Her and her team, they need to soak up all of this. You see? Just like I was telling y'all the other day, is Stephon Diggs using Cardi B? I believe so. But at this point, I feel like they got the opportunity to use each other. Okay, so damn it, get it done. Okay, shout out to that. Now, I'll say he just need a good comeback story. Like I said, he need to think of something. Okay, stay out of everybody's face, stay out of everybody's business. You know, I mean, he can do some interviews if that's how he feel. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's how Offset feel. In fact, I don't think Offset it. This is his personal life, right? And I don't think he's trying to. Well, he did make a song though. He had been making music. He had been making music. So I gotta take that back. But I don't necessarily see him trying to capitalize. Well, I would say this: he don't necessarily have a plan, you know, just right now or a vision. you know what I'm saying, to capitalize on just yet, okay? But when you find it out, said holler at us. Um, like I know he was trying to work out, but I really don't think working out is his thing. Mm. A shout out to that. I don't. But who knows? Sometimes you gotta fall off to get back on. You know, sometimes it take a couple of times. But I'm like, so is he gonna do the Gunna thing? You know, get real. Hey Maria. Hey Maria, shout out to you. Good morning. Shout out to you for jumping in my comments. Is he gonna get real buff? You know, real pumped up. You know, start, yeah, get his body yada right. You know, and come back. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know, only time will tell. But Cardi, as far as Cardi B goes, Cardi, I feel like you can quit. You know what I'm saying? Quit trying to drag this man. That's just my opinion, though. That's his wife. You know, that's his wife. I can't tell her what to do with her husband. Period. So shout out to that. But I feel like she could quit trying to drag him and talk about how horrible of a person he is and cause I feel like Cardi, he gonna do all of that. Mm. Especially to you, Miss Preston Curl. He can't stand you. Okay? He hurt. Hurt. Like, it is what it is. Shy. So please prepare for it. Be prepared. Like, be prepared. Child, you think you seen strong? You ain't seen strong. You baby, you ain't seen strong. You know, like, yeah. Think of Army Strong. Yes, Miss Preston Girl. When he get through with you, you gonna feel like you was in the army. Yes, ain't nothing gonna be able to mess with you once you come out of this, okay? So, like, yeah, if I had to say anything, I would say Cardi just needs to stay in therapy. You know what I'm saying? And put this music out. Focus on the music. It is what it is. So, anyway, shout out to them both. Like I said, I really hate what they going through. I do not like it. You see, I just do not like it. You know, like it is what it is. But here we are. And then DDG and Halle. Y'all know I got a co-parenting show. And I listen, I tried to stop them from getting here. I could see DDG, somebody sent him my co-parenting show or something. He got a hold of something that was like what I was saying, you know, because I heard him. He was talking that family talk like I be saying on my show. But something, you know, it just didn't work. It did not work. And at the end of the day, he fires back at Halle, okay, with his own accusations. And I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be enough though, Miss Preston Curl, because like we knew you had a side of the story. We already knew that. You been saying you had a side of the story. You couldn't wait to tell your side of the story. Here, your family started trying to tell your side of the story. Your friends, all of y'all, for Lord's sake. And it is what it is. Like, listen, I used to have this boss, right? And the way she operate was, it was just who got to her first. You see? Yeah, Miss Presser Girl. Whoever got to her first was going to win. Okay? It just is what it is. They was basically gonna win. And I just feel like that's how it is with DDG and Halle in this court situation. I feel like they might as well put they merch on. They both of them. They headed to Duke College. Okay, they about to have to duke it out for real. Listen, they ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, nothing till they get up in the courthouse with them people. Baby, they about to go on a roller coaster ride. And like I told y'all, nobody wins when the family feuds. And baby, it's about to be an uphill battle from here, okay? The courts are the courts. And do I recommend getting them involved? No, I don't. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I don't. Okay? I absolutely don't. For lots of reasons. But like baby, the courts are gonna take you up, you see, and through there. So shout out to that. Like they gonna be all in your business, and I can guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you, at some point you gonna wish you wouldn't have got them involved. Okay, for real. Like, do I think it's the best decision? Like I said, no, but I do understand why people use them. It is what it is. Like, yeah, sometimes you do. You sometimes you feel like that's all you got. You see, and it's sad when that's all you got. Because at the end of the day, if you can just get a good family member on board, then you wouldn't necessarily have to go through the courts. Let me tell you something. And I really hope they go through mediation, because this is the thing. Before you get to the judge, they will send you through mediation, y'all. And they will try to see if y'all can come up with some type of agreement on your own. And I think that's the best bet. That is your best bet. Because courts, they break everything down to the decimal. Okay? As far as your money, I mean everything. Every single thing. And like you lose control. Ultimately, you lose control. Not to mention somebody can like make your life a living hell with their court paperwork. It just is what it is. And they don't, child, listen, I don't wanna give too much game, but like, man, the courts can be something else. Really almost like a joke. You know? It is what it is. In my situation, the court was like almost like a joke. It is what it is. It was. They barely could enforce anything. You know what I'm saying? They barely could enforce anything. From my own personal experience, the only thing that they can enforce is them dollars. Oh, they're asked about them dollars because they gonna get a couple of them. Um, but with DDG's mother speaking out on the situation, you see, I don't think it's safe to say that she will be a good ally. You know, like they both need a good neutral family member involved. Mm-hmm. With this situation, because it is what it is. Y'all know I got a co-parenting show. I talk messy co-parenting, when you can't what to do. Like, I listen, I go from A to Z on this thing. And like I was basically talking about how like and shout out to my co-parenting show too, because it is what it is. I did my thing. You cannot tell me I didn't do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I just spoke from my heart, my side, and I tried to help as many people as I could. But anyway, I was basically saying, y'all make sure I hit the like button. Okay, hit the like button. And if y'all haven't already, click subscribe too. Co-parenting is hard. Okay, it is what it is. But I am on my show, I basically spoke about this one at this one point of co-parenting when like y'all can't stand each other. That's how it is with them right now. They cannot stand each other. Listen, if you file a restraining order on your baby daddy, you can't stand them. And then if he turn around and file a restraining order against you, baby, it's a wrap. You see, like, it's just a wrap. These two, you see? And so they at the point where they can't stand each other. Well, they need a mediator. They need somebody that can step in and just do the talking for them. And that's okay. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? As parents, you think you have to, and you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can find a good neutral person that can step in and be like, Holly said, DDG said, this is how this gonna go. Pick Halo up from here. Halo will be with me until Holly come back and get him, until DDG come pick him up. Like, you need that. You need that. If you don't have that, then you're going to have to go to the courts. Sadly. You know what I'm saying? Sadly. But if you have that, it can save your family, your relationship, the drama, y'all, for real. If you just had one person that can step in and help y'all while y'all struggle and learn how to co-parent, you know what I'm saying? It can make a world of a difference. That's why I be saying, like, mothers, grandmothers, get out your feelings and get in your bags. Be present. You see, you have to be somebody that these young people can lean on. You know, when they feel like they can't lean on y'all, then it gets ugly. It gets ugly, 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 and here we are. Here we are, child. They in court. You see, they in court and they about to be fighting over Halo. And you know what the court's gonna show them, and the court's gonna decide. Don't either get one of y'all run nothing. They do now. They do. They gonna run it. You know, and they gonna be telling you when you can and when you can't get your baby. And I take it a step further. Usually courts don't find no mediator. You see, they ain't finna do all of that. I mean, they'll have a mediator, but like not the kind that I'm saying they need. Like a safe communication person, a drive-to person. Because this is the thing. When you can't stand somebody, sometimes you just don't need to be talking to them. You don't need to be dealing with them at all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of parents fail to realize. They feel like, um, oh, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And no, that's not the way it is. Like, free yourself, okay? Free yourself from thinking that way. Like, if y'all can't get along, and every time y'all talk, it's an argument, get that person off your line. For real. Get them off your line. Keep them off your line forever. You see? I mean, forever. That's what a lot of people don't realize. If you have a negative co-parenting relationship with your co-parent, if it's unhealthy, like if it's unhealthy and y'all putting y'all hands on each other, because word on the curb is these two are both accusing each other of putting their hands on each other. And if you ask me, I believe them both. Yeah, I do. I never thought Holly was innocent. You see, never did. I just felt like she told her story first. I mean, it just is what it is. She got to us first. Yeah, but I never thought she was somewhere just holding her face or biting her nails while he cut the food, you see? Um, mm, mm. Usually life don't work like that. Usually most of the time, people don't always fight back, you see, to do something. I don't care what it is, to soften the blow. You know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily mean him putting his hands on her. I mean, like, the pain. It just is what it is. People are going to always put themselves in a position to do what they feel like is best for them, you know? And sometimes what's best for me ain't going to always be what's best for you, and you can't be mad at that. You know, you can be mad at that if you want, but it is what it is, you know? And I feel like Holly felt like what was best for her was to get these courts involved, and for that I understand. Now that I understand, because like I said, they don't have the tools. They do not have the tools, you know. And like my co-parents and show y'all make sure y'all check it out if y'all need it. If you or anybody you know is in a struggling co-parenting situation, check out my show. It's worth listening to. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not telling you to do everything I said do, no. But I'm telling you that there are other options and there are other perspectives than how you're looking at it, okay? Because at the time when I was going through my co-parenting situation, you couldn't have told me that this was that the perspective that I told people to look at it from even existed. It didn't even exist in my mind. And when I look back on it, it didn't even exist in other people's mind. Nobody's. Nobody's. Not even the court. Not even the court. I mean, maybe like at the last minute, after years and years and years and years, I finally heard that there might be a possibility that I could take another route and like completely disconnect from this situation. You see, like a lot of people don't even think that they can do that. A lot of people don't even think that, a lot of people don't even know that they can do that. And I take it a step further. The average person doesn't even want to do that. You know, some people think that like, man, I'm a grown up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown up. Why can't I just communicate? Why can't I just, because sometimes those wasn't the cards that you was dealt, Miss Preston Curl. You see? You got to think about all the situations that just then went bad. And like at the end of the day, just because you had a baby by somebody does not mean you're stuck, okay? You're not stuck dealing with them, okay? So again, if you need to check out my co-parenting show, do that. It's on my other channel, and my channel is, the other channel name is Commenting with Shay Renee. Okay, the with is just a W, so you type in Commenting W Shay Renee. Okay, SHAERENEE. Y'all look it up. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's worth a go, because like I just explained how you can get yourself out of a bad situation. It just is what it is. Sometimes when we sometimes co-parenting situations be bad. You know, they be bad. Child. Bad and sad. So, that's that. And in this situation, you know, they didn't found themselves in a bad, sad situation. And it seems like they don't have nobody that can step in and say, you know, like, hey, I'll talk to DDG for you. You know, like, you don't have to talk to DDG. You know, because I'm telling y'all, if they had somebody that would just step in and say, hey, y'all talk to me. Don't call Holly phone for nothing. Call my phone instead. I'll call her for you. All communication can go through me. Y'all, nobody knows how good, how healing, how great, how effective that would have been for them. Like if they had somebody to just do that for 6 months. Child, I'll take it a step further. What if they had somebody to do that for them for a year? You know, while they figure out everything they need to figure out. Ain't no telling, you know? Ain't no telling where they'll be today. They possibly wouldn't be in court. Shoot, I tell you that, they just might not be in court today. Yeah, so grandmothers, like grandmothers, like it is what it is. I know you didn't sign up, you know, for that, but it is what it is. Like if you can help out, you know, help your families thrive. It just is what it is. Grandmothers, aunties, pawpaws, all of y'all, you know, it does take a village. At the end of the day, it really does. It takes a village, whether the people are together or not. But hold on. Yeah, DDG then fired back with his own accusations. And like I said, like he didn't even have to. You know, he didn't even have to. We really heard it all before. And the courts have to. So shout out to that. And guess what? In Holly's favor, it's gonna work out for her that the courts didn't heard of all of this before. You see, it's gonna work out to her favor that the courts can understand a woman crashing out. Yeah, they do. They do. They'll sit there and listen to everything Miss Preston Curl did. As long as she didn't do too much. You see, as long as she didn't do too much. It is what it is. Because courts understand that type of stuff. They understand emotions and all of that. And at the end of the day, she looks like a young lady who is wilding out. An emotional wreck because she lost her family. Let's talk about it. She lost you. No woman wants to lose her boyfriend that she's in love with. That might make her emotional, you see? Yeah. DDG. You know, that might make her not be thinking clearly. Cause her to crash out. You see? So you can get your evidence. What else you got? Like that's, I feel like that's how the court's gonna do it. That's how they gonna look at it. It is what it is. Like I said, it's gonna work in that girl's favor. That they be having seasoned people up there, okay? Not just no young bucks. You know, a young buck might, oh, she did one, and she did one. No, it is what it is. We understand emotions. Women be emotional. People, not just women. Yeah, because I sounded like Carisha Shields for a minute. People be emotional, okay? It just is what it is. Yeah. Sometimes stuff happens. And you see, they wild out. It is what it is. Like, the emotions get the best of them. Okay? Start full-fledged control. Yes, baby. Your emotions can get in the passenger, on the driver's seat sometimes. It just is what it is. And like, DDG, at the end of the day, that's what you're describing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got up there. And that you gave us a description of an emotional young woman. Okay? It is what it is. She ain't did too much. She ain't did too much at all. He talking about she stabbed him. That didn't look like no stab. Your finger looked like it was bleeding, okay? I hope you wiped it off. I hope you wiped the blood and you showed the actual wound, okay? For the courts. Just for the court's sake. Not for ours, okay? Hold on. But yeah, according to DDG, Miss Preston Girl fights, bites, and she stalks, okay? Trigger warning, and she is also suicidal, okay? Like Sean Kingston said, according to DDG. I said, wow, now that's a lot to unpack. But, you know, let the courts deal with it. You see? Yeah, let them deal with it. Because let me tell you something. Like, listen, it ain't nothing they ain't heard before. So shut up for that. It ain't gonna be nothing they ain't never heard before. I tell you that. But, he ain't told us much either, though, because she already told us she was into stalking. Yeah, shout out to that. She did. She did. On one of my favorite songs. She said, it's all because I love you, babe. I love you, babe. Love you, babe. I love you, babe. I love you, babe. I motherfucking love you, babe. Yeah, that's my song. Shout out to her. Shout out to that. That is my damn song. Woo, that's my song. And yeah, I mean, she addressed the stalking in the video. You see, DDG. So I mean, what else is going on? But according to the mother, she be putting air tags on the baby. You know, on the baby, on in DDG stuff, in DDG car, in his house. And I'm like, Mama, guess what? Well, you shot straight, but you was a little late. You see, it just is what it is, Mama. You a little late. Because she already told us she into stalking. Mm. I'm just playing, but no, for real. I mean, in the video, it is what it is. She said that. Or something. Yeah, don't tell me where I got that from, but I got it. You see? So, I mean, it just is what it is. But I'm like, at the end of the day, what y'all telling us for? You know, like I know I'm into gossip and whatnot, whatnot. Shout out to that. Uh, for my sake and my audience sakes too. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. We like gossip. Um, but like I said, only certain kinds and yeah, whatnot, whatnot, whatnot. Like I don't know. This type of stuff just don't move me like that. Y'all going through it. That's nothing to celebrate. You see? Um, like I don't know. I don't know what we supposed to be taking from this. I'm like, why y'all didn't hide it from us? Yeah, like I hid the damn pregnancy. I'm like, yeah. You see, now I'm finna get y'all just for a quick second. I said I'm gonna spend a quick second, okay, on checking y'all. Why the hell y'all telling all of this? Why is y'all telling all of this? Cause I do recall y'all hiding this pregnancy, which was weird to me. You see, I said it. I said, like, what? Like, I was trying to figure out what be going through the young girl's mind when they hide their pregnancies. Like, you know, people used to hide being pregnant because they didn't want to be pregnant. You know, like it was really, really like, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm too young, or just different reasons, right? Real life stuff. These days, they just hide it just because it's fun. Mm, mm. It's just fun, you know? They do it for fun. So I'm like, yeah, why y'all didn't hide this? Why y'all didn't hide all this drama? Yeah, you see? Both of y'all. Y'all could have hid that too. Like y'all hid the pregnancy. I mean, it is what it is. Like, dang. For real. Halo is so stinking cute too. Halo is so stinking cute. Man, it's like, dang. Because, you know, at first we was like, now don't show us the baby. Don't show us that baby. Then they show us the baby. Like, oh, man, we love the baby, man. We love the baby. Ooh, we love the baby. But we could, it's like, I don't know. It's weird now because we could do without them. Yeah, you see, we can do without them. Mm-hmm. And all this drama. So it is what it is. Shout out to that. You see? Don't hit us up when it's drama. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't want us around when it was all good. Like, yeah, I said don't put all this on us. It's a lie. You see, it's a lie. We worried about our blood pressure too. Sure. Now we somewhere worried about y'all. We don't want to be worried about y'all. Mm-hmm. And shout out to that. We want to be worried about dinner. That's it. You see, Miss Preston Curl? But child, listen, word on the curb is, you know, DDG. He fires back with his own accusations. I said, well, that's crazy. I wonder what took so long. Nah, I don't know. I guess DDG was looking for the right attorney or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But he, child, clearly. Clearly, he didn't got him some counsel, and he don't know how to act. I mean, it just is what it is. You know, it just is what it is. We're gonna have to see what's going on now, because we all know Haley had got permission to take her baby out of town. Take her baby wherever she wanted to take her baby to go work. I think in Italy or something like that for 2 months. DDG has filed some emergency paperwork asking that the courts don't let her, saying that he don't feel like she is mentally legit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I guess he rather the baby stay with him in LA while she works. And this is one thing that I will say. I wanna do a prediction. Y'all make sure y'all come back and ha ha, or you was right, or however it go. You see, I ain't gonna be mad at it. You see, I'm not gonna be mad at it. But I'm gonna say this. I'm going to predict this, y'all. I'm going to make a prediction that the judge is gonna tell DDG, boy, bye. You see, that's just a strong prediction. That's just a strong prediction. I just feel like, see, because one thing about courts and stuff like that, I feel like they tend to stick together. Meaning, I didn't think about that. Well, I was gonna say, like, if it's another judge, right? Like, if another judge is looking at another judge's order, it's gonna be really, really hard to make them change it. You know, they will look through it, and I feel like if they can find a loophole, they will. But for the most part, if it's airtight, they gonna rock out with what the first judge said. You know, most of the time, like, they know how to ride with each other. You see, we can learn a thing or two. Yeah, shout out to that. Right or wrong, they be riding with each other. They will. One judge will uphold another judge's agreement. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to you and shout out to that. Know me gaming. Talking about that's why you have evidence. I get it. Okay, I get it 100%. That doesn't matter. I feel like his evidence ain't gonna be enough, Miss President, to stop the judge's order. It is what it is. I feel like that judge, because that's another thing too. See, that's why I almost stopped myself from saying what I was saying, because I'm tripping. I don't think it's gonna be another judge looking at this judge's order. No, I don't. He gonna look at the attorney stuff from DDG and consider it. And this is the thing. This judge, right, that already made an order to allow her to take her son out of town, he probably not gonna want to go back on what he already said. You know, like, I wrote that, I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? When she get back in town, then we'll go from there. But for right now, Miss Preston Curl, you find you something to do for 2 months, because Holly and Halo finna go to Italy and go to work. You see? That's my prediction. Could you imagine? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like that paperwork is strong enough to get the baby taken away from her. You see, it just is what it is. At the end of the day, you want me to take the baby. You want me to take the baby from the mother. And I don't think that neither, honestly, I don't think that neither one of them has enough. Okay? Right now, it's for the judge to say, sole custody, granted. But at the end of the day, like I was trying to tell y'all, is I do feel like that's my prediction. Okay, if I'm wrong, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta see this thing through. At the end of the day, we gotta make it entertaining for ourselves some kind of way. Okay, so at the end of the day, I do feel like the judge is gonna still stand on business. they're going to leave the order in place. They'll deal with it when she gets back, but they not finna go back on nothing that they said for DDG's new evidence. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't know. Is that DDG song? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yeah, that's just my prediction on it, y'all. I think right now, um, I think DDG's emergency filing. Well, shout out to that Naomi Gaming. And shout out to you for jumping in my comments too. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe, okay? You are wanted here. Period. So come back, okay? Like Craig told Smokey, man. I'm gonna need you to come back over here. But anyway, yeah, y'all, that's just my prediction on it. I don't think his emergency filing gonna stop nothing. You see? But I do feel like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he felt like he needed to do what he needed to do as a parent. All right, well, shout out to you. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I do. I do. I listen to DDG. DDG is a good young fella to me. DDG is a good young fella to me. It just is what it is. Yeah. I just think that those people are two young people, you see, who don't know how to, end a relationship with grace. You know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, things didn't work out, but I wish you well. Let's be good to each other. You know what I'm saying? We got a baby. Like, I just feel like they don't know. They don't know how to deal with each other. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You can so quickly go from loving somebody to hating somebody. It's crazy. That's why that saying, it's a thin line between love and hate. They ain't lying. It is. It is. That's why on my co-parenting show, I give the advice that it's so important to try your hardest to get back to a loving spot with that person. Like, if you never get to the point where you hate your co-parent, you in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? You in a damn good spot. And then I talk about how you can stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like, ways to stay there. It is a such thing as healthy co-parenting, y'all. But like, you gotta, honestly, you gotta have the tools. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know how to do it. Okay? And like, it comes with a whole lot of compromising. Like, a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because like, that's at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. You start arguing. You know what I'm saying? You start arguing, you start getting into it. Y'all not on the same page. Like, for instance, Holly said that she wanted more of a set schedule when it came to DDG. DDG just wanted to pick up the baby when he wanted to pick up the baby, when he had time, like when he fitted it in his schedule. You know what I'm saying? Now, why he couldn't make up a schedule and make his schedule available to her, who knows? But like, they needed to compromise on that. That's one thing that you have to compromise on. Like, when I'ma see my baby for a co-parenting, for a co-parent is one of the hugest questions you're gonna have to ask. And then all that other stuff come into play. Like, it is the most shout out to everybody that gotta do it. Shout out to everybody who gotta do it. Cause like, I just, You know, I send y'all my heart. I do. I send y'all my heart. And I don't care. You could be in the best co-parenting situation ever, and I still send you my heart, okay? Because at the end of the day, your girl Shay Renee, I do realize how hard, okay, and draining co-parenting can be. And I really feel sorry for, I feel sorry for people like DDG them, offset them, you know, right? Because they kids are so little. So like you finna be going through this for forever. It just, it's sad. You know, it's sad, y'all. And like I said, I give y'all my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all gonna need it, baby. Y'all gonna need it. I'm telling you, you gonna need a separate heart. You do. You need a separate heart. You know what I'm saying? And you really gotta think with your mind a lot. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta use your mind over emotions. You gotta press. You know what I'm saying? Co-parenting ain't easy, y'all. It's not, it's not, it's not. That's why I don't recommend these folks doing the hanky-panky, playing around and all of that. Yeah, 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 it's fun. It's all fun and games. Until when. You see, when can be a big life changer. You know, so if you young, even if you ain't young, I don't care. You got to really, really think about it before you start having kids. For real, for real. You got to really, really think about it. It is what it is. It's not no easy task. Being a parent is not easy. And being a co-parent is even harder. Okay? When you're not with the person I'm out. So shout out to that. Because one thing about a relationship, when you're in a relationship with somebody, the person cares. You know, you can actually get somebody who cares what you think. That's the thing. When you're not with the person no more, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. You know? That's why I say you got to be as friendly as you can be, as cool as you can be, because you're going to need them to care if your brother get married and you want your baby at the wedding. You see? But imagine your co-parent not giving them. If your baby make the wedding, if your baby make the funeral, if your baby make the graduation, if your baby come to the party. You see? Like it's a lot. It's a lot. Child, it's a lot. If your baby get to see your mama. Imagine your co-parent not giving a fuck. Yeah, Miss Preston Curl. It could be like that. If your baby even know your mama, bro. Your mama, bro. I could see my daddy. Some people, you see, I could see the daddy. But my mama, bro, you see, what she do? You know? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Baby, it's the wild, wild west. Mm. Yeah, like Will Smith was talking about, I tell you, baby, co-parenting had to come from the wild, wild west. You see? Woo! Miss Preston Girl. Well, one thing about it, I want to go on. I wants to go on. I wants to have a good day. Okay? So I ain't going to stay that long. You see, it just is what it is. I bet you that. I bet you that. So shout out to that. But yeah, I send my love though. I send my love. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who might be going through. You see, coming through, pulling through. It just is what it is. Shout out to you. You got this. Okay, you got this. I feel like it can be easier, right? It can be easier, okay, if you put your mind to it. You just got to put your mind to it, though. You and your co-parent have to be on the same page. It just is what it is. Like, listen, I do not hate you. That's all you need to do. Just put in your mind, I don't hate you. I don't love you. I don't even really have to like you. But we have to get along. You see? And then when that new person come around, like, listen, don't make it hard on me. Don't make it hard on me. Like, for instance, with Cardi B and the braids. Somebody was saying that that is an old photo of Cardi B's son with them braids. So somebody was saying that Offset shouldn't be that mad because that's an old photo of Cardi B's son with them braids. So in other words, Stefon Diggs seen an old picture of their son, some live braids he had, and got his head done like that. Don't do that no more. You see, if I'm Cardi B, don't do that no more, Stefon. Like, please don't do that no more. You see? Because now you making it hard for me. And like you're not gonna be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? As my co-parent, I mean, as my boo, I need you to understand that, like, my co-parent is not my enemy. For real. Like, he not my enemy. And that's the thing right there. Co-parents usually always look at each other like enemies. You know what I'm saying? And that you can't do. I talk about it in my co-parenting show, though, y'all. Y'all gotta check it out for yourself. Again, it's on my other channel, Commenting with Shay Renee. Okay? Yeah, go over there, baby. I talk that talk. If you're gonna have a healthy co-parenting relationship, you can't be beefing with that person. Okay, let's start there. You can't be beefing with the person. So for instance, if your co-parent say, oh, hold on, you can't be beefing with them, and you gotta have respect for them, and your significant other gonna have to have respect for them too. So they don't have to understand it. They don't have to like it. They just gotta respect it, you know? So prime example, let's say you got a little girl and you say, nah, I'll take it a step further. Let me come at this a different way. Let's say your co-parenting says, listen, I know you dating. Good for you. I'm happy for you. But at this point in time, I'm not comfortable with our baby meeting new people. Can you not, you know what I'm saying, take our baby around your friends? Like, can you separate that time? And like, you might not want to. You know what I'm saying? You might be in a place where you've been telling your friend, you know, I can't wait for you to meet my baby. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for you to meet him. He is so cool. She is so cool. Like, I think y'all gonna get along. You gonna have to back it up. Yeah. But don't dump it. But you gonna have to back it up a little bit, and you gonna have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? I can't put a date on it. I can't put a time frame on it. I can't tell you, that's just an example too. I can't tell you what and when to respect. But I'm telling you, when it comes to your co-parent, you're going to have some respect for how they feel. You know, or you're going to see yourself on the negative side of co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. If you want to get along with the person, it just is what it is. You're going to have to respect the way they feel. If you tell your co-parent, hey, my baby came to my house last week, I didn't like that hairstyle for her. I think she too young for that. Please don't do her hair like that no more. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It could be your favorite style on your baby. You could feel like that co-parent tripping. You know that you know that you know, in your hearts of our hearts, this motherfucker picking with me. Bet. You'll never see that hairstyle again. You see, like, that's how you win the co-parenting war. You see, you got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready. And your ass got to be respectful. You know, it just is what it is. You got to have some respect. And then at the end of the day, if you doing everything you know you should be doing, you know you could be doing dream work, trying to make the team work, and then this person is just still doing too much, you got to cut them off. You got to find a way to cut them off. You know what I'm saying? That could be completely, or that can be just through you. Cut off turn off the turn off the turn off the, hey, cut it out. Yes, like Kendrick Lamar said. Yes, baby. You did at that point, then that's when you say, uh blocked, blocked. Now you can call my mama. You know what I'm saying? Now you can deal with my mama. Go on tell my mama how you don't like how I did such and such and such and such. And go on tell my mama how you uh you know. Go on tell my mama how you gonna be taking cookies to the school, and which field trip you gonna participate in. Yeah, go and tell my mama about it, cause like, yeah, you done lost privileges. Sometimes you gotta take privileges away from a co-parent when they go to acting like acting. Yeah, Cece, the what? Take the what and leave the what? Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta cut off the water. Absolutely. You see? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I talk about it on my co-parenting show. I get into all of that. You see? I get into all of that. Because a lot of people don't know that you can just like, yeah, you can like disconnect. Yes. Shine like a plug. Shit. Baby, I tell you, if I could go back and do it all over again. Let me tell you something. If I knew what I know now, you see, but that's okay. That's okay. I ain't got to. I'm straight. You see, my baby is grown. So shout out to that. But like now, you know, it took some time, but now I'm here. But at the end of the day, like, you see, when it ain't working, it ain't working. You know, but you gotta try. You know what I'm saying? And in the beginning, most people are willing to try. Like most people don't have no choice. At least that's what we be thinking. You know, that's what we be thinking. But we do. We have more choices than we think. We have more options than we think. Okay. So shout out to me for just sharing what I know. Each one teach one. I tell y'all that all the time. Like just telling somebody what you know sometimes can be just one of the biggest blessings. Okay, so shout out to that. But anyway, Pooper Stars. And then at this time, this video has come to an end. I had so much fun with y'all. I always do. I get sad when it's time to go. So shout out to that. And shout out to y'all, okay, for making me feel like that, okay? Like he said on Players Club, do something to make me feel better. Yeah. Shout out to y'all for y'all making me feel better. It just is what it is. Y'all know y'all are like my family. The truth of the matter is my audience is like my family because I spend more time with y'all than I spend with anybody else besides my family. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are like my extended family. I don't play about y'all, and hopefully y'all don't play about me. Period. So y'all make sure y'all click that bell notification. And so y'all know every time I'm live, okay? Period. And I'll see y'all when I get back. Bye.